Hello everybody, my name is RoyBoy and welcome back to another episode of RoyBoy Tries to Survive. I decided to change the name a bit just because I didn't really like the name there was before. Now, this is again, the episode 1 was just uploaded like 3, 4, 5 minutes ago. I just finished editing. Well, I know actually that was episode 1 was probably uploaded like 30 minutes ago, and I just finished editing episode 2, and now I'm recording episode 3. I guess that doesn't really matter, but just so you know how I really got into this really quickly, and I can't stop playing. Alright, so for this episode we are going to fix up this house because here, sun's around. So I mean, we have a nice looking area for our animals, but we have a pretty ugly area for us. So to make this nicer, we're gonna need some spruce, because spruce is just the best. There is no block that is better than spruce, other than barrels. I mean, barrels are the best, but spruce is the best wood, at least. So we're gonna go up here. Luckily we have some spruce really close to our house, and I'm just gonna go through and collect up a bunch of the spruce, and then I'll be back to start building. Alright, let's get into it. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've gathered a good amount of spruce, and I brought back some saplings too, so we'll get some so we can also get some pods. So let's just kind of go like that, so we can get some pods over here, and then let's do the same thing over here, and we'll break some of the grass around it, because I believe the grass kind of stunts or makes it harder for it to grow. I could be mistaken, but I don't know. It can't hurt to break the grass. Alright, great. So we've done that. We've got this spruce, and so the first thing we're gonna do is actually, let's go in here. As you can see, I had to put those up on display just because I was so happy about them. But what I'm gonna do is the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over into here, and I'm just going to block this all off. I'm just gonna go like that, and now we can take the house apart without the animals being able to escape. So alright, so I'm going to take the house apart, and then I'm gonna move probably the chests and the bed and stuff all out here, and we'll get into building. Alrighty, I've taken down the old house, and the animals are still stuck in there. I set up a little campsite so that I still have a nice little place to sleep while this house is being constructed. One of the trees grew in the meantime. I'm not going to take this down now, but I'll have it here for if I need to. And some of the wheat is grown, but I'll also do that later because I want to get into building this house. Alright, so for the planning of this house, actually let me go through and plan out the bottom, and I'll be back once I have that, so you don't have to see me kind of think about things and mutter on camera. So see you in a sec. Alright, so I got the basic planning for the house. I'm gonna take down that bit of the hill there and use the resources that I get from that to fix up this little area here so it's not in the water. But yeah, this is the basic idea of the ground. You're not really going to get an idea of what the house is going to look like from this. I'm just going to say, so the bottom layer is going to be this stone. It's going to go up a few layers. I haven't decided yet. It has the surroundings of the spruce pillars. And then there's like the frame, and then there's going to be the frame on the top, and the top's going to be spruce pillars and oak wood. And yeah, so I guess I'll just get the bottom layer done, and then I'll start working on the higher layers, because there's not much that I can actually talk about right now until I get some of this done. So I'll work on it now, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, before we get into the building, I want to head over into the jungle and grab a bit of not sugar, what's it called, bamboo, just because it would be nice to have a bit of bamboo. I lost my train of thought. Okay, I've actually never used bamboo scaffolding. I've never used scaffolding in a survival. I actually haven't used it in creative either, because you can just fly. But I don't even know what the recipe for this is. They just came out now in like 1.15, right? And I haven't used them yet, so that'll be really fun to experiment with. I've placed a bit of bamboo as decoration, and the same with scaffolding as decoration, but I've never actually used scaffolding for what it was made to do. Alright, I think 19 will be enough. I'll head over back, I'll grow some of it up, and then I'll start using some scaffolding. Alright, so now I'll really come back once the house is, once I'm in the next step. Alrighty, so you can start to see my idea for this house. I have the stone on the bottom. It's not going to be just cobblestone, but right now I don't have anything to mix up the texture with. And I'm going to get some oak, and I'm going to fill up the tops here with oak. Now I have kind of a very kind of small roundish roof over here, and for the top it's going to be a pointier roof, just to kind of add in a bit of variation and just make it a little more interesting. These scaffolding, I mean, at first when I haven't really ever used them, but I sort of knew the idea of how they work, and I thought it would be kind of hard to use, but they're great. Like, it's like a ladder that's better, and you can stand on it. I'm super happy with these. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely use these more now that I'm in Survivle again. The one problem with them is that when you break them, they end up everywhere, and you can't pick them all up. But that's also fine, because now that you have bamboo, if you just have string, they're pretty cheap. Alright, so I'm just gonna go through now with this, and the way I'm just gonna do this, just go like this, and fill up the walls. Alright, so I'll cut away, and I'll be back once this is all done, and I'll start working on the roof too. So once this is done, and I have some of the roof done too. Alright, see you. Man, building a Survivle is hard. Alright, well, as you can see, I mean, all the trees have grown, so it's been a little while, and you can see we've done some progress here. So I'll go over what I did. So I went through and I filled up the oak first, but it didn't look good because it was this beam went all the way up, and then all the oak was one step back, and it looked a little too square and a little too boring. So I went through and I kind of added in these stairs. When I have dark oak, I think I'll replace them with dark oak, and it'll match in with the beams better. So I just kind of pulled that out a bit, and then it made it look a little more interesting, like the top's a little bigger now than the bottom. Ow! Anyway, now I made these little arches. I don't know if these were here before, but just with some stairs and some trapdoors. I mean, I'll go through and there'll be a lot more detail on this. Right now it's very low in detail. Let's go over here so you can see the roof a bit. I just did the very simple 45 degree or 90 degrees right there angle roof, but 45 degrees to the ground, just with some stairs. And what else? Oh yeah, and I filled up there's like a few little holes. We can go inside and take a peek in here. It looks like a good sized house. Like, I'll have some room in here to put in my stuff. It's a good sized starter house, I think. Like, this is really, I'm pretty happy with this. I gotta stop walking into the campfire. Yeah, so now for the next step, I think I'm gonna go through. I wonder, what should I do? Should I do the stone first or the wood first? Once I get some dark oak, I'll put it in among the spruce pillars here, because usually when I use oak, I usually use oak instead of spruce, and then I do stripped spruce logs. However, I wanted to change it up a bit, so that's why I decided to go with these. But there's nothing really that looks good with these, so I'll have to get some dark oak to mix it in. Then with here, I'm going to put in some smooth stone, some andesite, some slabs and stairs, especially around the bottom and stuff. And then up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some oak logs. Do I have any of those? If not, I'll just explain what I'll do. No, it doesn't look like I have any oak logs. Anyways, I'll get some oak logs, and I'll kind of put them in sideways, like in the same, two, one next to each other, pointing in the same grain the same direction as the boards, and then I strip them, and it just kind of breaks it up so it's not so flat. and I'll add in some windows. But I'll be back before I do that. I think I'm gonna just go through and I'm gonna do the bottom now. I'm gonna break up the bottom. I'll be back once that is all done. So I'll see you in a sec. Making some windows. Oh, out of the way, you stupid octopus. All right. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, making some windows, and I'll get the house is almost done. I've been doing quite a bit of work. I'm just gonna grab some sand now, and then I should be back in a short while. I mean, I guess for you guys it doesn't really matter right here. Actually, let me give a little peek of the house. So as you can see, it's looking pretty nice. I've done some of the texture variation for the sides here. I want to add in the windows, add in some stuff. I've started working on interior. I'll show that afterwards. I want to work up on the roof a bit too, because that's looking a bit flat, so I'll go up and break that up. And yeah, and then I think we'll end this episode, because I believe this might be getting kind of long. Anyways, so I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, there it is. The house is pretty much done. I just want to apologize for now and probably for the next few episodes. I think I'm developing a bit of a cold, so I'm going to be a bit out under the weather. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. But here's the house. I detailed up the roof. I detailed up the windows. I'll show you the interior. There's just one more thing I'm going to go through on the bottom of these. Oops. And I'm going to just kind of add in a bit of just like this. I think that'll make it look much nicer, and these kind of straight lines here kind of look a bit awkward, so if I just kind of go through there, I feel like that could make everything look much nicer. Man, I'm still getting used to both the scaffolding and just being in Survivle. I mean, I'm really enjoying it, but I have to say I'm a bit rusty. So as you can see, my building's a little slow, and I'm used to just kind of flying around. I keep accidentally trying to fly. I keep double clicking and can I get there? And falling, like things like that, and just taking damage without actually thinking about it. Alright, let's go in the interior. I'll finish up the outside of there, and I think that's the end of the episode, so you can take a little peek inside. We have all the chests. It's Christmas right now, so we have all the Christmas chests. So we have a little area here for furnaces. It's a little empty because I haven't done all of the... I just have the crafting table now. There's all the different types of building blocks, so I'll fill all those in later. And I'm still a little low on resources, so I didn't have a lot of stuff to detail in here. But as you can see, we have the we did that. We have a little stairs in here. We have a little cabinet that I thought we could put more of our valuable stuff and our tools. I put up some scaffolding here to lead up into if we need some extra storage at some point. And then we have the stairs leading up into this room, which is currently just empty with a bed. Yeah, I decided to do a second like semi-floor here just to give it a bit, make it a bit more interesting. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I worked a bit on this. You can see that's grown a bit. There's more animals in the pen. Alright, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. So here, let's go to sleep, and then we'll do the outro inside the house that we just built. Finally, we have a house. So the next episode, we're going to go and do some mining, because I don't even have any armor on. See, my tools are bad and breaking. So let's go to sleep, and then I'll be back to... well, let's just do the outro right now. So let's see. Alright, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. We have a pretty awesome starter house. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, so as I said, we'll go mining next episode, get some iron, we might even go all the way down and get some diamonds. We'll see. I might want to break it up into 2 mining episodes, one to get some iron and stuff, and the next to go down and get some diamonds. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm having so much fun. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. Subscribe, all this stuff. Yeah, okay. Bye. See you later.